Alright, so this video is kind of a bummer for me. I'm Michael Portillo, I'm 31 years old, and I recently had an Achilles injury. Let me show you guys. See if you guys can see this. Whoa, what's going on there? So, as you can see, that happened yesterday. Today is May 22nd, 2025, and unfortunately if my Achilles is ruptured, this will be my second Achilles rupture. I had one in 2019 on my left Achilles, and now I have one on my right Achilles, most likely. Little backstory: I was playing soccer, stepped wrong, and I heard the loudest pop I've ever heard. Drove myself to the doctors, actually to the emergency room, just to make sure. And this is in Irvine, and I have Kaiser. So throughout here, I'm going to talk a little bit about my journey, pain, maybe some things I'm using that's going to make mobility a lot easier, physical therapy, processes, dates, and all that. So if you've recently ruptured your Achilles or anything like that, take it from someone that's already done it. It is a long journey, but you're going to be really proud of yourself after. You're going to get through it. Physical therapy, surgery, all that stuff. But yeah, so to give you guys a little bit of a up to date of what's going on with mine, May 21st, I injured it, went to the hospital. They the doctor went ahead and touched it, and she said right away, hey, I think this is a rupture. She doesn't think it's a full one, but again, we can never see without an MRI. So I actually got referred to an MRI last night, and I got the referral for an MRI. And if you know anything about insurances, and if this is your first time going through it, it's a pain. Essentially what you have to do is you first have to go to a doctor. You have to go ahead and get an approval for a referral, or a referral for an MRI, and then a referral for surgery. And even before you get the MRI, they're probably going to ask you to do x-rays, an ultrasound as well on the Achilles. As you know, an x-ray is not going to show a torn Achilles, but they're just looking to see if there's any broken bones or anything on there. So luckily, through Kaiser yesterday, and by the way, this is my first time with Kaiser. In the past I had Blue Shield, and I had a good experience with them, so I'm hoping that that experience is mimicked with Kaiser this time. But so I went to the hospital, got the referral, and they said, hey, someone's gonna call you tomorrow, meaning today, which is Thursday, or Friday. I did not want to wait. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and call myself. So I somehow got the scheduling scheduling number for the radiology department, and I called them directly, and I said, hey, when is the earliest, most quickest MRI scheduling that I can get? And it's actually going to be in Anaheim at 9:30 p.m. on Friday, May 23rd. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. They said that I would most likely get the results back in a week or two. So praying that it's nothing major, but if it is, I'm here for the recovery, and like I said, I'll go ahead and be documenting it. So again, as of right now, I have a splint in my foot. I don't know why it shows you guys that, but I have a splint in my foot. I've already had crutches for my previous injury. I highly recommend that you get pads on them. So as you can see, this one has pads. And then on Amazon, I actually bought a scooter as well. I have a chair that rolls here at home, so I'm most likely going to be rolling in that for a little bit. And then, like I mentioned, I bought a scooter, and I'm actually, I don't know if I want to go ahead and buy a bag for to shower, because I'm just using a trash bag. So but that's obviously personal preference. So again, literally the day after the injury. I'm just kind of here seeing if I'm going to document this. I hope I do. I know a lot of you guys maybe or girls are going through this as well. Again, from someone who's already gone through one Achilles rupture, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. It is a long process. Do not rush it. Be patient. And yeah, I'll give you guys an update on the next video. All right, so I wanted to give you guys an update. Now I'm like, you know, clean shaven. It's actually still the same date. As you can see, how do I do this? It's the same day as the video that I did before, but I just got an update already. So my MRI is scheduled for tomorrow, May 23rd, Friday. But Kaiser also called me that they've already scheduled my my consultation with the orthopedic specialist, which is going to be Tuesday, give me 1 second, guys. I don't have a calendar in front of me, but it's supposed to be the day after Memorial Day, so May 27th. So I thought that was pretty cool that, you know, I've already been able to get my MRI scheduled out for tomorrow, and then on Tuesday I'll be able to finally speak with the doctor and find out what happens then. So I'll have an update for you guys then and there. I highly recommend you getting one of these side bags or a fanny pack or whatever you want to call it. I've been able to go ahead and use mine throughout the house, and it's been really useful. So that's another thing that if you're looking to go ahead and get, maybe I'll add a link to mine. It's actually pretty cool. Let me show you it. It's a Nike one. It's pretty small. It's got a couple of bags and pockets, and I've used this thing a lot of times, but it's becoming more relevant for me to use right now due to my injury. So that's one thing I would definitely recommend you guys get, so you can put your phone in there. That way you don't have to put it in your pocket or try to carry it with, you know, one of your hands and your crutches. Yeah, I know it might be a little bit exaggerating, but I am all for conveniency, and if I look stupid but I feel good and it's convenient for me, I don't care. Even if it's in my own house. So I just wanted to drop that note for you guys as well. All right, hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today is Sunday, May 25th, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So 4 days since my injury. Again, I actually, just to give you guys an update, had my MRI on Friday, May 23rd, and obviously they weren't going to go ahead and tell me what was going on. The MRI took about 10-15 minutes, which was actually pretty quick. And I have my appointment with my specialist on Tuesday, May 27th. So fingers crossed that whatever next steps are, that we can do them in a appropriately timed manner. But since then, I've actually made some research, and if you're like me, you're trying to go ahead and look for conveniency, right? And I looked at different things aside from crutches in terms of being able to be mobile. I hate people having to do stuff for me. I hate having to be relied on other people. And small things like getting my coffee, getting my food from, you know, point A to point B has obviously been really difficult with crutches. And I remember that from my last injury as well. So I went online, and one of the things that I found was the iWALK 3.0. Let me actually read you what ChatGPT says what it is. So the iWALK 3.0 is an innovative hands-free knee crutch designed for individuals with non-weight bearing injuries below the knee, such as foot fractures, Achilles tendon ruptures, or post-surgical recovery. Unlike traditional crutches or knee scooters, the iWALK 3.0 allows users to maintain mobility while keeping their hands free, enabling them to perform daily activities like cooking, shopping, or walking like the dog. So I was curious about this, and I actually saw it and I thought it looked really silly. I was like, I'm never gonna get one of these. That looks so dumb. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and I actually ended up getting one of them, and this is kind of what it looks like. Let me show you guys. I'm wearing it right now. Let me turn the light on here. As you can see, it kind of looks like a peg leg, right? Essentially what you do is you just put your knee into this padding right here, and it will go ahead and allow for you to put weight on it while you bend your knee. So this is a little bit of how the system is put. And honestly, guys, this has been a breath of fresh air for me. Now, I still am using my crutches. I am still using my knee scooter. Now, the knee scooter I use if I'm going to further places, if I want to get somewhere around quickly. I would say that the iWALK 3.0, for me, it's more for like when I'm at home, I'm trying to, clean or get my food or get my coffee. Like I said, let me see if I can show you guys now. This thing is pretty cool. Like, this is the example of how I'm walking. And I'm gonna show you guys, I can be hands-free. So this is good for, let's see if it, so I'm hands-free, I'm walking, and this is super funny because it looks weird. It definitely takes some practice getting used to using this thing. Obviously it doesn't feel normal, but it's probably the most efficient thing that you're gonna be able to find to help you out with your daily life, especially if you live by yourself, or maybe you have a roommate that doesn't that may not be able to help you all the time because they got their own life, or you're single. This thing has helped me out these past 3 days. I was able to do my dishes, I was able to cook some food. Also, if you live upstairs, this is a tool that has allowed me to walk up and down the stairs. Obviously, it's not as fast as if you were injured. It does take some practicing to get used to. I'm still getting used to mine. It's not heavy, but it's definitely exercise, right? But it's giving me a sense of normality. It's helped me a lot. So if you're somebody who's out there struggling with, some sort of injury right now, and you feel like, you have the crutches, you have the knee scooter, but you need something else to give you mobility with your freedom with your arms and hands, I definitely would recommend the iWALK 3.0. Again, it's worked out for me pretty well. It's comfortable. It lets me feel like I can do what I need to do by myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the link down there. I got mine on Amazon. I think it was like $160, $170, not sure. Obviously, if you're a Prime member, you can go ahead and split those up into 4, 6, 12-month payments if you have the Chase card. But yeah, I got mine on Amazon. It came here the next day through Prime. I was able to set it up. It comes with a instruction manual of how to set it up, what pieces go together. It's a DI, you got to do it yourself, but it's very easy, very simple. They have a pretty cool QR code. It's got a website. It's a step-by-step video of how to do everything. They even teach you how to walk with it. And so again, this has really been able to help me get some independence back for myself. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to go ahead and comment them. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Again, I'm going to go ahead and add the link below. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and reach out. Thank you. Actually, one thing that I want to do is I want to show you guys how easy it is to put this on and to take off as well. So I'm going to bring this other chair because I'm going to need it. So bear with me. Now, the only way you can put this on and take off, or more, the best way to do it, because you can't do it other ways, but the best way to do it is to put it on and take it off while you're standing up. So as I'm standing, what happens is there's these little clips right here that you can see. Now, they're described in the instructor's manual of how to be able to put them on. Actually, I took this one off, so it should be on. But like I mentioned to you, once you get this in the instructor's manual, they show you how to put these on. And all you have to do to take this off is, you can loosen the blue ones. Put this, share it before I fall. Take this one off, take that one off. And it's that simple in terms of being able to go ahead and take it off. Now to put it back on, you do the opposite. So you stand up, go right here, and the rule of thumb is you want to make sure it's tight. You want to make sure everything is tight as possible, almost so the clips can't fall off. So put the other one on. It should be tight. There we go. And then there's a third one. I have found it easiest to start off with the one that you put in your hip. There's other settings that you can go ahead and fix in terms of the length of how you want it, you know, how close you want stuff to your hip, to your groin. And, you know, like I said, this thing has helped me out a lot. So if you have any questions, make sure you go ahead and comment. Again, I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the description so you guys can be able to get it. I got mine on Amazon, and it's pretty useful. All right, you guys, I got a little bit of an update for you guys. Let's flip this bad boy around. So today is Tuesday, May 27th, and I was able to have my consultation with my orthopedic. So let me go ahead and kind of show you what I got going on here. Let's see if I can set this down. I'm actually using the iWALK, as I mentioned to you guys. I'm using the iWALK 3.0. Let me go ahead and take this off just to show you guys what I got. Oh, shit, I almost ate shit right there. Alright. So, as you can see, let me see if we can show you right here. Excuse the mess, guys, I swear. I got a new boot. So I got the splint taken off, and they put me into a boot. And this boot has wedges in it that points my toes down, so the muscles in the calf and the Achilles don't stretch. My doctor told me today that it's a full rupture and that I will be getting surgery, and I'm getting surgery next week. So sometime, I'm looking at the calendar, so most likely the first week of June. And he told me that I will be getting surgery, and then I will be in a splint for 2 weeks. And then after that, he's going to put me in a hard cast for 2 additional weeks. The reason is because he wants to limit the possibility of any infection on the wound once they do an incision. So just to bring you guys up to date, if I can go ahead and give you guys a full timeline. Wednesday the 21st, I ruptured my Achilles playing soccer, went straight to the hospital. Friday the 23rd, I got my MRI, and then Tuesday the 27th, I got my consultation with my orthopedic, and then sometime between the week of June 2nd to the 6th, I should be getting my surgery done. I kind of want to show you guys my Achilles and my ankle just so you guys can see what happened. Give me a second, I'll be able to go ahead and do that right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. I've had one of these before. What's really cool is, you know, you can at this point get your foot wet. They asked me to go ahead and take it off at night when I sleep. He did want to go ahead and directly put me into a cast today. To be honest, I wasn't really for it. I was like, is there another option for me to be able to not be in a cast? So give me a second, guys. I want to show you guys my foot. 1 second. I gotta be really careful when taking off my sock because it hurts. Oh man, I think I'm gonna take off my sock permanently because this is not good. Yeah, I'm gonna leave my sock off for the day because that was a lot of pain. Alright. Viewership discretion is advised. I am not that much of a foot person, and I haven't gotten a pedicure in a while, but I'm going to show you guys it. Alright. So, there it is. As you can see, all the bruising is happening right here. Got some right here. And then there's actually an indent. You can't see it right now because of my bed. But if I raise my foot, there is an indent right here, and that is where my Achilles rupture was. So, pretty disgusting, I know. But anyways, that is an update of week 1 pre-op. And honestly, Kaiser's been really nice to me. I was a little discouraged in the beginning because I was reading some things on Reddit about timelines and stuff like that, but I don't know if Achilles injuries have a priority, if there's some urgency on that. And knock on wood, I don't want to go ahead and essentially also jinx myself and not get a surgery for a couple of weeks, but the doctor that I've been working with, or that I spoke with today, was really nice, and he's like, I gotta get you in as soon as possible to be able to take care of this Achilles surgery. So I'm probably gonna be offline till maybe my first, maybe 3rd day post-surgery, just because there's not going to be much of an update. But yeah, we'll go from there. Talk to you guys later.